So I was at the store the other day.
Okay, here we go. Hello and welcome to the 46th episode of Damage Control Podcasting, your professionally unprofessional... What?
Did we do the head and ball trick again?
No.
Did you get that? Damn it.
I'm confused as well.
Yeah, I am very confused.
Like, how much did you get?
No, it wasn't talking about any of the porn stuff.
No.
Try to keep that on the down low, guys.
There you go.
All right,
It's alright, Slim Jim. We'll figure it out.
put Triple H back on this thing. Hello and welcome to the 46th episode of Damage Control Podcasting, a professionally unprofessional look at the conventions, ideas, and genres of filmmaking. I'm here with
Daniel Newkirk.
Cody Dietrich.
Tyler.
Tipton. Okay,
I don't like saying my last name.
tonight's episode, we remember the 5th of November on November 4th. Also, we are going to discuss iconic film vehicles because Tyler wouldn't fucking drop it.
I said it one time.
You said it constantly. Okay, so...
I didn't see you spewing out any ideas.
Oh, I got tons of them, dude.
Mr. Hey, I'll send you guys your homework on Sunday for next Sunday. Saturday passes. It's 3 hours before the next podcast. Here's your homework. Come up with a 10-page essay.
Yeah,
And no shit.
Yeah.
how else do you do it?
Did we had homework? I didn't see that.
I didn't get homework.
No, we didn't. We had no homework on that. Okay, before we
It's
just...
a topic that Adam knows jack shit about.
What, homework?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we've all seen your grades.
When did you see my grades?
We talk about it weekly.
Oh,
It is pretty common.
that's
Yeah.
pretty bad.
Yeah, your insert high school name here.
That I actually graduated from insert high school here.
Barely.
So did that one chick we were just talking about earlier. Graduated from insert high school. Okay,
Insert high school here.
we were talking about a porn star. Okay, anyway.
Well, I just think it's funny that you keep giving Tyler hell about him picking the topics, but when you pick the topic, it's like, so do you guys want to do this topic? Yes, no, maybe. I guess if you guys want to do it, we could do this topic, but you
No.
don't have to if you don't want to.
Yeah,
But
no.
if you really want to, we
I-
can.
I'll give you guys $10 if we do this topic.
Shit, I don't get paid.
I have no... Not in money. I have no backbone.
You're right. I get paid
Yeah.
in tips.
Yeah,
That
just
is
a
physically
tip.
impossible.
Huh?
What?
You have no backbone. How are you sitting?
I got a metal rod.
Oh, that's why you're so stiff.
So that's what I keep bumping into.
Okay. All right. I told myself no porn talk tonight. I'm now.
You
started
with it, yeah.
I know it. I know
Literally
it.
50 minutes before the podcast, just listing off this one actress name who will not be
Gang
mentioned.
Bang Me Volume 4, huh?
There's 4 of them.
What is that one about?
One of them she's been in. There's like 126 of them. Girls Who Like Girls, Volume 126. Okay. Before we discuss what are some of our favorite vehicles, what?
And you're talking about there's 126 different volumes of this porn. You're like, okay, before we go into this.
And I'm disappointed in your improv skills. You after the talk that we just had, you should have been our favorite rides.
Oh man, yeah, I do suck at improv. I'll get better.
No, you won't.
I wrote a joke. That's kind of improv.
No,
When?
it's not.
Have we gotten to it yet?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
What page is it on today?
It's the bottom of page 1.
Okay.
We have a advertisement.
Oh.
We have
We have finally a sponsorship?
We have a. That's the word I was looking for. A sponsor is the word I actually meant to say.
How much did Mom pay you, though?
No, it's not from Mom. You'll love it. Okay, I'll say before we discuss what are some of our favorite vehicles. So without listing, what makes the hero or villain's vehicle iconic? What makes the vehicle iconic to you?
Their connection to the vehicle.
Their connection. Okay.
It has to be awesome. Like you can't get around in a dopey vehicle. It has
But
to be.
what if-
It has to be
But
a
what if that
sweet ride.
is what makes it awesome?
There isn't any.
The
beg to differ.
Bluesmobile.
Bluesmobile's not dopey.
Oh, I thought you meant.
Like,
when you
it's
said
sweet.
dopey, I thought you meant like
What about-
trashy, like
Oh, no,
junked up.
no, it has
I
to
thought
be-
that's what you meant.
Oh, yeah, that's
What about the
Bluesmobile awesome.
What about the vehicle that Dopey takes to the mine every day?
They walk.
Yeah.
So his shoes?
Ad lib or no? Wait, improv.
Gay jazz hands.
Okay, all right.
You really could have just said jazz hands, the same thing.
Yeah, but he does it
So
really gay.
okay, all right. So Cody, you didn't. What?
No, I was with Tyler on his because I had an awesome car from my childhood that is not what you would call cool, but is still very iconic.
All right.
What's that?
Uncle Buck's car.
What?
Uncle
Stop.
Buck's car from what?
Uncle Buck.
What the hell is Uncle Buck?
It's
You've never seen Uncle Buck?
No. What?
John Candy.
Get the fuck out of your own store.
He's the dude that flips the pancake with the snow shovel.
You
John
should have seen
Candy
the
does that
toast.
on a
I
regular-
couldn't even get it through the door.
Huh?
You should have seen.
You should have seen the toast. I couldn't even get it through the door.
I haven't seen
I
it.
have
gonna
never
put my
even
Logan
heard
car
of
on.
this.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Okay, so
I'm really pissed off.
I
So,
can see
podcast
this.
over. We're gonna go back to my house and watch Uncle Buck now.
hang on. Okay, so before we start discussing our favorite vehicles, since the movies are so prevalent nowadays, and no one has cooler whips than this cat.
Oh Jesus!
Let's discuss the Batmobiles. Okay,
All right.
Don't say
so
whips.
66 Batmobile.
Yeah.
Well,
Iconic, kind of goofy nowadays.
okay.
I think when it premiered, it was badass. But
Well-
yeah, if you compare it to like the Tumbler,
No, we're not getting. What do you just on its own? What makes it? What makes it iconic?
the color scheme.
The color scheme.
I think it's my second favorite Batmobile of all time. Like I love it.
Okay.
For the time, I guess for a car back in that time, it looked very futuristic.
It was the concept car, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a '55 Lincoln Futura.
Okay. What we think of the bubble? The
That's
bubble.
what I mean by the futuristic look.
Okay. The fin in the back. The.
Yeah, I like it. I mean, it had atomic batteries, man.
I
It was
like-
awesome.
That's true.
I
Very
like
true.
the
And
black
everything
and
was
red.
labeled.
And turbines.
Yeah, I like the black and red. Like in the new Arkham Knight game, you can deck out your Batmobile in that color scheme.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Move. Any
Sweet.
any thoughts on the 66?
No.
Okay. 80. Could you see Batfleck hopping in the 66 Batmobile? If you took off all the labels and stuff.
I would much have preferred that over the car he drove in, Batman v Superman or in Justice League. I even like it better than the Nolan cars. If Christian Bale came down from that fucking skyscraper and then jumped into the 1966 Batmobile, I would have had such a giant geek boner. I would have been so
how
happy.
would the line have gone where he's like, he's in a black
stuff.
tank? What would that line have been changed to?
He's an old up piece of shit. Well, that could be the
Yeah.
thing. That could have been the
That's
year
so-
one while he's still getting on his feet, instead of instantly being Lucius Fox's trust.
No,
him.
the cop would have said it because in there a line in Men in Black where Will Smith is like, "We are an intergalactic police squad and we're driving around in a Lincoln POS."
POS. Yeah.
So that's what the cops would say. So okay, 89 Batmobile.
The Keaton one,
Yes.
Probably my favorite of them.
Yeah, I'd say that's probably mine. Yeah.
the
I like him a
iconic,
lot.
sleek, way too long.
Yeah.
yeah.
It had to was not practical. He had to harpoon it to turn.
Yeah.
Not practical. All black, nothing really, no frills.
Yeah, I mean,
I like the cockpit in it.
I really think if you walk up to a stranger on the street and say, "Hey, describe the Batmobile to me," they're going to describe the Keaton Batmobile 9 times out of 10.
There's a dude in Australia that spent a shit ton of money and he built one from scratch. And that's the one he picked was the Keaton Batmobile.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Do you think you can get him here next week for free?
Oh yeah, no problem.
Okay.
Yeah, let me text him.
Oh, sweet.
Okay. All right.
Done.
What
I don't know.
What about it is iconic? Is it just because it's kind of like for most of it's our first Batman?
I think that was my first Batman. Well, first Batman movie.
Right.
That was
Second.
the one that you watched the most. So I mean, therefore I watched the most.
Actually, I think I watched Batman. I mean, it's the same Batmobile, but
Well,
I
that's
think
what
I
I'm
watched,
saying. Like it's that similar concept between that one and then the animated series. They're very similar style.
yeah, except
So-
one's animated.
Well, yes. One jackass.
The Kilmer Mobile.
No.
We get a little fancy, little lights. The tail cracks open and it
No.
goes up and down. Coolio. Goes
the
up
flames,
walls.
The flames in the engine compartment.
Yeah. There's no redeeming the Kilmer Mobile, huh?
I don't like it.
I don't love it. I mean, it's okay. But
It's there to sell toys.
yeah,
Yes,
pretty
that's
much all
when it went
is.
very, very major marketing at that point. Because then we go into Batman Forever, and there was like, they literally took 3 vehicles to the place when they could have just taken 1, but that was just bam.
Okay, so going on the Clooney Mobile.
Same thing.
That's where you got like the fluorescent like gut like skeleton like Geiger looking Giger looking where like you see the outer black skeleton and you see like the blue neon guts of it.
Yeah, see, you talk about these Batmobiles, and I can't imagine even what they look like. I would have to see a picture of them.
You want me to bring them up?
No,
No, okay.
We're just talking about
Not worth
like
it.
you know how iconic they are. Like you say, the Keaton Batmobile. I can not only tell you my favorite scene that has the Keaton
Go.
Batmobile. It's the one where all the armor is like
Yeah. Yeah.
all over it.
In the Joker where he
I think it might be in the
It was
second
Penguin.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was in the
They
second one.
They disable it.
no right but it's also in the 89 one where he goes in that chemical plant and it armors up and then the bomb come out of it. It's like doop, and it rolls out and then it blows up that plant because he thinks the Joker's in it. Because he's controlling it. He's controlling it.
Yeah, I kind of remember that.
Because then he's
Yeah,
got
okay,
machine
okay.
guns that pop up and it cuts that door in half, or not in half, but just low
Okay,
enough.
yeah.
Mhm.
I just keep thinking about the Penguin one because that's the one where I remember.
That was really bad early CGI.
I think it's still better than some of
Plus, remember when him and Vicky Vale get in that accident and they have to go out? He holds that up and goes armor on.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that is the scene that like is my favorite scene, and I can imagine the Batmobile. I can imagine all these scenes. You talk about the Kilmer Batmobile or the Clooney Batmobile. I couldn't tell you any significant scene in those movies.
What about the
Remember
that
when
made
he's
an impact
being
on me.
The
Remember-
Clooney's the swamp the swamp Batmobile thing?
airboat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
swamp.
So he had the swamp airboat. Robin had the device that had the
It was looked like it
protrusions.
was like 3 skates.
Yeah. What did Batwoman have?
She had like a motorcycle type thing.
It was like
Yeah.
a jet ski.
Yeah.
Well, like a snowmobile.
No, but so the Kilmer Mobile, right? He's being chased by the Two-Face, the neon Two-Face, and he's gone into a dead alley because that's what Batman would do. And as he's going towards the dead end, he shoots a grappling hook up and he hits the bottom thrusters and it brings that front end up and he like drives up the side of the.
Okay,
You don't remember that at all?
I remember that scene. Yeah,
You remember when Dick Grayson steals it and he's jumping around and the fin like opens up like this?
Yeah.
that I don't remember.
Oh wow.
Okay. It's been a while.
Well, yeah, it's just not.
It doesn't spring.
Yeah, it's not iconic to
And-
me.
and
It's
One
not.
of my favorite Batman toys does come from the Batman Forever line, and that was the Batmobile that it would slide into the Batwing, and so you could, while mid-flight, you could eject the Batmobile, and then you could turn into the Batboat.
Oh yeah.
All right, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
But that was just the toy. You know?
Yeah. Okay, so the Kilmobile, it had like the front end that turned, right?
Yeah, it had
Yeah.
like it was
It was like a jet
the,
engine.
The
through the
Kilmer
center.
Yeah.
one and the Clooney one were very, very similar.
No, the Clooney one was designed by H.R. Giger. It had like that like black.
But they were still very similar.
Was there an in-universe reason why he got a new Batmobile, or is it just legitimately to sell toys?
Is there an in reason why Gotham City got more and more fucked up as the movies went
That's
on?
a good. Let's explore that sometime. There's an in-universe. So-
Like,
Well,
hey, let's build an observatory, but let's not, make it tall. Let's have a giant fucking statue holding it up.
well, it's carved out of the mountain that was there
Why does it need that much detail? That's what I think he's trying to say.
because Bruce Wayne paid for it.
Just don't point at my bedroom.
He's got the the
the back card.
Thank you.
Oh god,
By
the Bat
Visa.
credit card. That was
I thought
the
it was MasterCard.
I don't know.
yeah.
Never
it
did a
was-
cape without it.
What's the one that no one takes except for the DMV?
Discover?
There's one credit card that no one accepts. Like we accept this, and this, but not this. But the DMV fucking accepts it.
American Express.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
I accept American Express.
I accept it too.
The
Here
Tumblr.
at Underdark Comics and Games.
The Tumblr.
Tumblr.
Oh, it was just an awful looking Batmobile.
What?
I hated it.
I agreed with you up until Bat Nerd over here goes, okay, listen, if if you're putting Batman in the real world, this is the kind of Batmobile he has to have.
Ah.
See?
I don't know. I don't think I can agree with that.
What kind of vehicle would he have?
I mean, I think if you're going to put Batman in the real world, you have like a souped up, like I think you have something that's like a it'd have to have a lot of storage because he's always hauling people around, and
Comes on from Arkham Knight.
yeah,
Well, it had enough room for Rachel.
sure, but he can't take anyone to the prison in there.
He can't what?
There's no way you can take anyone to prison.
He never takes anyone to prison. Haven't you read the comics? He like ties them up and throws them on GCPDs. First of all, he's hardly ever in the Batmobile in the comic book. He's high flying up in the city,
Yeah.
Kind of like Spider-Man.
kind of like Spider-Man.
Ooh, we're talking about the Spider-Man car.
Oh,
The spider buggy.
Yeah.
the most like, why does he need this vehicle in the Marvel universe?
Now, didn't they give Flash a motorcycle at one time too?
Oh, he had a van in Justice League.
Maybe that's one thing.
Thanos had a helicopter.
Yeah, Thanos' helicopter is pretty ridiculous. I will say that Spider-Man has the most badass motorcycle of any of the superhero vehicles.
No. The Bat Pod is fucking amazing.
No, it's not. You only like it because,
It's bad.
He's got a hard-on for Christopher Nolan.
yeah.
I like the Bat. How cool was it when the Bat
I'm
Pod
not saying it
scene was
wasn't
awesome?
cool.
The Bat Pod was awesome.
I'm not
And the
saying it
only
wasn't-
thing that beat the Bat Pod, and I'm the only one that likes this movie, is the Bat from Dark Knight Rises.
The only thing I will agree with the Nolan movies and the Batpod stuff, he didn't immediately just get a new Batmobile. Out of
Yes,
thing.
he had a
next movie,
reason.
He was still riding around on the damn motorcycle because he was still waiting on the other one to get built or moved
I
so
didn't-
he can actually run with it.
I don't know. I didn't like the Bat.
I love the Bat. I think Dark Knight Rises is a better movie than Dark Knight.
You get out.
I'm dead. I'm not joking at all. I am dead serious.
You
No.
get out. That movie was awful. Like, the first two movies in the Nolan trilogy were amazing. Like, they were exactly what I wanted from Batman. And then The Dark Knight Rises came out and just took a giant shit over the
No.
entire trilogy.
I did-
Speaking of Dark
Darkness.
Knight Rises, we should have an episode where we talk about nothing but movie plot holes and how to fix them.
Get the,
We-
we have the list.
Not right now.
I'll let the list at home.
I mean, didn't we already do that when we did the Batman v Superman commentary?
You see the look on Adam's face right now.
I
He's just
like-
like,
No, come on. Okay, anyway, back to the vehicles. So the Tumbler, not Daniel's favorite.
Oh god, it's terrible.
I
Wait.
really-
On a list of 1, 2, 3, 4,
Oh,
5,
shit,
6.
he's
On a list of 6, where do you put it at?
5.
You put it above either the Kilmer-mobile or Clooney-mobile?
Yeah.
Or below, I mean.
Yeah.
Which one?
I put that one just above the Justice League one that he had in Justice League. And
So
Batman
you
v
have
Superman.
Kilmer and Clooney-mobile above the Batfleck
Wow.
mobile?
Yeah, I
Wow.
hated the newer versions of the Batmobile.
So okay, so let's go to the Batfleck mobile. Cody, what real quick? What do you think of the Tumbler?
I liked it.
Okay.
I like the practicality of it.
Okay.
I liked it, but like I said, when you say Batmobile, I think of Michael Keaton's Batmobile.
Yeah, I agree. I also, man, I loved the Tumbler, but see, I liked the Tumbler in the way I liked Christian Bale's first bat suit. I like the fucking.
Beast.
No, I don't like him like in Arkham Knight where he's like this, where it looks like he can't even bend his arm down.
Yeah.
But I don't like the Dark Knight and the Dark Knight Rises suit.
Mm-hmm.
I like him in Batman Begins suit where he's bulky, but he's not ridiculous like in Arkham's.
Yeah.
Okay, anyway, Batfleck mobile.
Yeah, I got a really shitty picture of the Spider-Man motorcycle.
That's horrible. The pod's better.
No, it's not. It's a shitty picture. The picture is horrible.
I can't really tell from the
Okay,
picture.
while the bat pod's limited to the ground, this has webbing where he can shoot and ride it through skyscrapers.
Here's a little better shot.
So what do you
It even had that like the double wide back wheel. It was fucking awesome looking.
Tyler, what do you think of the Batfleck mobile?
Again, I liked it. I like it better than the Tumbler, but
I like that it was more of a classic nod to the earlier Batmobiles.
I like the exposed wheel wells. I like the cannon up front, rubber bullets, I swear.
it doesn't matter when you throw an oil tanker on top of someone.
Okay, you know what? I listened to that
Just-
commentary over
just
again.
sleeping.
I explained how all those people survived. And
Yeah.
I listened to it again the other week. when I was doing my long transport. Guys, it's flawless.
Yeah.
He does not kill anyone in that movie.
Yeah.
Nobody, not a single damn person.
I will say I liked the bat wing or bat in Batman vs Superman more than the bat from
Okay.
Dark Knight Rises.
What's your reason for not liking the Batfleckmobile?
So I don't like how chunky
kill
it
people.
is. Like that when he's talking about, oh yeah, he came rolling up in a tank. That statement's entirely true, and I hate it. Batman doesn't have a tank; he has a car. Like
Why?
this. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
We need to go back to like where it was like a sedan with just a giant bat face on the front
I want to see
and like
that.
the giant wing. See, that's what I'm saying earlier. The DC should just do like a one-off Batman movie set in the 40s, and that should be his car.
Do you guys ever watch the old serials?
No, I usually eat cereal.
Yeah.
Yeah, my joke's better.
Ah.
No, the old 30s cliffhanger serials. You can get them. You can get. It's in a box set with the Shadow and the Batman. Pretty good. Anyway, it's just got like a sedan for a Batmobile.
Because that's what it was. It was a red sedan.
But you don't. Okay. All right.
Well, I think we've been on Batmobiles a little long.
Okay. Well, Cody, before we move on, we have a word from tonight's sponsor. So they sent me. I got to read this verbatim. Daniel, do you have an immediate need for aluminum siding? Have you been debating whether you should go with vinyl or aluminum? Well, debate no more, Daniel. John DeLorean of DeLorean Siding has a deal for you.
Fuck you.
Due to taking too much cocaine and over-ordering on aluminum siding, the store is overstocked and the product must go. With sales as crazy as 75% off, contact DeLorean Siding today.
I'm out.
So anyway, back to the show. That was our sponsor.
I like how you did it in the vein of like the Shadow. Where it's like, the Shadow will be back after a word from our sponsors.
And
Welcome to Blue Coal.
And if you know why that's funny, then you're a cool person. Okay, all right.
Then you know why Tyler's really pissed off right now.
So anyway, favorite film vehicle. Go ahead. Now, because I know you guys are gonna call me a hipster and tell me I'm a dick. I came up with my favorite film vehicle because I kind of wrote this while I was supposed to be working, because the management team was here. So I brought my computer and I like slid away a couple times, and I couldn't come up with my favorite film vehicle. So I just cleared my mind, and the first vehicle came to my head. I did it like 5 times, and the same vehicle came to my head 5 times. So that's how I picked it.
Okay.
So go ahead, and I'll go with yours first. Favorite film vehicle.
What if we name yours?
If you name mine, I will give you $100.
Okay.
So I think my favorite film vehicle is the motorcycle from Akira.
Oh, the red one?
Yeah.
Oh, right on.
That's such a sweet motorcycle. I'll find some pictures of it for you, Tyler.
Okay.
But it's this sleek.
You've seen it. You probably just don't even realize you've seen it.
Probably. I'm not saying I haven't seen it. It's not something that comes up.
Anyway, go ahead, Daniel. Describe why you like it.
Yeah, it's sleek and it's badass and it just looks awesome. And then the guy who uses it, like the pilot, and I can't remember his name, but he is freaking awesome with it. And like,
Doesn't Akira drive it?
No. The main character's name's not Akira.
It's wait a minute. Continue talking.
Anyway, so yeah, he drives it, and like one of my favorite things about it is the effect they do. So if you've never seen Akira, it's Japanese anime, and
One of the first big ones.
yeah,
One of the first one to make it to the States.
Right, that's
yeah,
what I
first
meant.
big
Yeah,
one that
you're
hit the
correct.
States.
You're correct. I'm sorry.
And as it's driving, you get these light trails behind it from the tail lights, and it's just such a cool effect that it always kind of stuck with me. And in my head, anytime that I think of a really badass motorcycle, that's what I go to.
Okay. The dude's name is Kaneda
Yeah, that's right, Kaneda.
or Tetsui.
I think it's Kaneda.
Okay.
That sounds right.
All right.
Pretty sure they use it's more proper to use the last name, and it's only close friends that can use the first name. If I remember right, because yeah.
Well, I don't know because one of the characters' name is Tetsui, and one of them's Kaneda. So I didn't know if it was Kaneda that drove it or Tetsui.
I believe it's Kaneda that drives it.
Yeah, Kaneda's the one with the leather coat, right? The badass. And Tetsui's the one that gets all the weird powers and blows up.
Right. I believe so.
Got nothing.
All right.
Spoilers.
Oh, sorry, Cody. What's your favorite
Normally
iconic
Cody ruins stuff. for
iconic
me.
film vehicle?
I didn't ruin it that time. It's a toss up.
Okay.
And the way I decided is cars. If I had the money to afford it, I would buy. What would I buy first?
Okay.
And I have to say DeLorean. It just hands down the
Did
DeLorean.
you know that
you.
car is made of aluminum siding and
Stainless
cocaine?
Steel.
And
Stainless
cocaine.
steel. John DeLorean didn't go around to people's houses late at night.
Cocaine!
Fucking pulling off aluminum siding.
He might have. He was doped up on cocaine.
That's the only part of the story that you fucking know.
That is. That's the
okay.
only fucking story I'd want
But like, just that was one of the first, besides the Batmobile, iconic cars to stick with me. And if I had the money, I'd buy one.
They're not that expensive.
I know, but I want the car.
Would you want 1, 2, or 3s?
Or would you want a DeLorean or a time travel Doc Brown upgrade DeLorean?
I want two. That way,
With
want
the Mr. Fusion.
yes, so I never have to pay for gas again.
And the
Fuck
wheels come up and actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
So I think as long as you have the suicide doors in the DeLorean, you have a sweet DeLorean.
Yeah.
Gull wing doors.
What
Okay,
are they?
Gull wing doors. Suicide
Gull-wing
doors are when 2 doors open like that.
Oh, okay.
Gull
Fair
wing
enough.
doors open like that.
Huh. I haven't
Lamborghini doors open out and then up.
Okay. I didn't know that.
Nerd.
No, suicide doors open if you're going this way. They
Okay,
open
if you have a-
because the wind.
There's
Cause,
2 doors and then they open like that.
right, would they have to open with the wind? That's why they're suicide. Because if you're driving, if you're going really fast, and you try to open the door, the wind pushes the door closed. So they have to open up with the wind. So they have to open up.
The whole reason why they're called a suicide door is because that mainframe, while he's talking, if you just hold onto it and the wind did catch, it would pull you out the car and throw you out of the car.
That, and I think the mobsters used to kill people with suicide doors.
Yeah, they drive and it's like, hey, I got this. Bam! Hit him with the door.
Then wouldn't they be called murder doors?
No, it was
They
you
make
know,
it look like a suicide.
Oh, okay.
yeah, because
All right, Tyler, go ahead.
I'm
You
assuming-
picked the DeLorean too.
I'm assuming I'm not allowed to say the TARDIS.
That's if you want to, I guess.
I think the TARDIS counts.
I would say the TARDIS just because it's amazing. It's iconic to me. There's no way to describe everything about it. And then the relationship between the Doctor and the TARDIS, which Daniel likes Neil Gaiman, so he should watch The Doctor's Wife, which is a great episode.
I am a big Neil Gaiman fan.
But
Who's Neil Gaiman?
he's just one guy that I know. I'm gonna text him now that
I know
after I
Neil
texted that guy in Australia.
Okay.
But if we're talking like strictly cars, I would say the General Lee from the Dukes of Hazzards,
Oh.
because that was the first car I remember seeing. I mean, I remember seeing the DeLorean, but that was the first car that I remember, and I always thought that car had superpowers because it would make those huge jumps and would always, be perfectly safe in the show at least.
Right.
But that was the first car that I remember really wanting, and then it was a DeLorean.
Okay. Well, mine was the Batmobile, so I overruled that because that was too obvious. I'm
You
not
picked
really.
the boat from 100 Lives of Blackjack Sandwich.
No, I wanted to talk about that. That's a good. Or Thunder in Paradise. So I didn't pick a car because I'm not really a car dude. Don't really care about cars.
Unless it's a powder blue Jeep Renegade.
It's not powder blue.
It is powder blue.
No, it ain't.
It's pretty baby blue.
So I picked the AT-AT.
Oh my god.
The what?
That's your... Why?
No, what did he say?
The AT-AT.
The AT-AT from Star Wars.
Why? There's a huge flaw in this design.
I know, that's just why I like it, because it's just so fucking ridiculous. It's not practical.
Is he talking about giant snow camels?
Yeah, it's not practical, but everything about it is like instant recognizable. The sounds of the legs moving, are just iconic. It's overall shape. It's just so fucking stupid. But for whatever reason, I like it a lot.
Funny story. Do you know the inspiration for those?
A horse?
No, actually. So George Lucas, when he was writing Star Wars, was going through San Francisco. And as you're driving through San Francisco from the airport, you can see the San Francisco docks. And the docks have these giant shipping containers that look almost identical to an AT-AT. They have these giant legs. The center of the body is basically the crane.
Right.
And then where the nose is where the crane comes down, picks up shipping containers, and moves it. And he used that design as inspiration and built the AT-AT as this weapon of war for the Empire.
Yeah.
Why does it seem like people don't do that type of thought anymore in movies with vehicles and stuff?
I think films now. I think film besides like The Exception, because there's always an exception. The films are trying to be gritty and realistic.
See, I don't want shit to be realistic. Like we were talking about the Bluesmobile earlier. Like the Bluesmobile, there is no reason in that movie why it is able to do backflips.
No.
Yes, there is a reason.
It's got a cop engine.
Well, no. Dan Aykroyd comes up with the reason because Dan Aykroyd thinks everything has to have a reason, and he parks it under a L train substation in Chicago, and supposedly it leaks radiation and makes it super powerful. Like when they made like Blues Brothers 2000, like Dan Aykroyd was writing it, and he's like, then the Bluesmobile goes into the water and it turns into a submarine. He's like, we gotta find a reason why it does that, and the director's like, why? Just say it does it because it does.
Because I think because of the culture we live in now, where everyone's a jackass on the internet, even because I'm looking at you, Cody. It's because people who don't even care about something, or they actually do care, because it's not. First of all, it's not cool to like anything. You can't fucking be a fan of anything. If you are a fan of something, you have to like it ironically, which is a hipster thing. And I don't like anything ironically. If I fucking like something, I like something. And y'all can call me a liar on it.
Batman versus Superman.
I like Batman versus Superman. I genuinely do.
You genuinely do.
I genuinely don't make me talk. That's why I do podcasts.
That's why.
He sounds like a freaking guy like trying to learn ventriloquism. He genuinely
Or the old guy from Waterboy.
yeah.
No, but I mean, you have to agree, Daniel. In this culture, in this like niche, have you noticed that most of the guys that come up here, they only like stuff ironically, or are they true fans of stuff?
There are a handful of people who are true fans. I find that less so the people who like things ironically. What I run into are people who hate things because they're popular.
Right.
And
That's
that
not true.
is a more.
That is not true.
We have a accusatory finger pointed at him here.
What do I hate because it's popular? What, you name one thing. Deadpool. Okay, you name one thing.
Harley
Deadpool.
Quinn.
You name two things.
Good movies.
But I'm a fan of all the Marvel Marvel movies. I'm a fan of all the superhero movies. If I hated stuff that was popular, I wouldn't like that stuff.
Yeah, but you're doing that to subvert your hipsterness.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
We can.
You hate one shirts.
Yeah, that is true. I have to wear two shirts. That is true.
Yeah. So I think that less so the you must like something ironically. I think that I'm sure that's a big part of it. I think the bigger part is I hate this because you like it mentality. Like you can't, especially online, you can't go, hey, I like this movie, and someone else go, yeah, I like that movie too.
Yeah.
So often it's like, hey, I really, really liked Pacific Rim. And then someone's going to shit on you going, well, it's shitty because of these reasons.
And then call you like a really racist comment for some reason.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Right. Like, it's like you can't like something and then have someone like back you up and be like, yeah, I like it too. Like, you have to immediately get into an argument about
or
it.
they'll like bring out it's like clearly the physics don't work. Yeah, I don't. It's still a cool
It's
movie.
giant
There's no more
freaking robots.
There's no more opinions anymore. It's
No, you're stupid.
I'm right and you're not, and that's
Yeah. So anyway, to answer the question, that's why they don't do that stuff anymore because I don't know.
I mean, I kind of see that, but like also you like even if you do find someone who backs you up, like oh I like Pac Rim, and someone else is like oh I like Pac Rim too. I thought
Wait,
Crimson
did you like Pac
Typhoon
Rim
was
or
awesome.
Did you like Pac Rim or Pac Rim 2? Which one did you like?
I liked them both.
Okay.
No, you can't like them both. One's got to be better than the other.
Yeah.
Well, Pac Rim 1 was definitely better, but Pac Rim 2 was still good.
Well, fuck you.
Exactly. Or
I
like
was voting for the kaiju.
You
I don't like
racist
those giant
bigot.
robots at all.
yeah, but like even if you get to someone else who's like in your fandom, it's like okay, Crimson Typhoon was the best mech in Pacific Rim,
He
and then
like
you.
that.
Yeah, and then the other person's going to go,
But,
no, he
yeah.
was shit. Gypsy Danger was the best one. And then, like, you have to have those arguments. Like, you can't just be like, that's cool, you like Crimson Typhoon. I like Gypsy Danger. High five.
But if it's done in a genuine, fun manner, it's cool to debate that stuff.
Oh, yeah, I mean, there's fun in debates.
But if you start like throwing racial slang and making fun of your mom, and it's like, oh, who the fuck cares? Life is too short for this shit.
Yeah, you need that extra arm to lift your mom. Oh!
Oh,
Crimson Typhoon has
got
three arms.
him!
Where's his third arm at?
His
It's sort of
butt.
on like a rotating thing.
Oh,
His
gotcha.
butt. Okay. All right. Anyway.
Really? You're going back to the anal porn stuff again?
All
Why
right.
does he keep doing that?
Back to vehicles.
You mean like
Back to the future?
DeLorean.
Motorcycle from Akira.
All right. AT-AT.
It was generally retarded.
Generally TARDIS. Okay.
Second runner-up.
Ooh, second row.
The vehicle he drives in Gone for 6 Seconds. I can't remember the name.
Eleanor?
Eleanor.
Shelby GT.
Shelby
it-
GT.
Is it the 2000 Gone in 60 Seconds or the 1973?
The cage version.
Okay.
The
Okay.
one I grew up with.
The Enterprise.
The Enterprise.
Oh.
Yeah, as a second.
Who would win,
Second.
Enterprise or Millennium Falcon?
Millennium
Enterprise.
Falcon. Fuck you! No, see, I don't know anything about
According
the
to
Enterprise.
according to Neil deGrasse Tyson, the Tyson, he said the Enterprise would wipe the floor with the Millennium
And
Falcon.
I'm sure
I
it
believe
would.
that,
I
actually.
like the Millennium Falcon because it's the ragtag junker that just happens to be good.
Whoa! I got the wild card in this. The Outrider.
What's that?
That's Rendar's ship, dude. The
Oh,
the
okay,
original
okay.
pimp.
All right.
The original smuggler pimp.
So I'm sure the Enterprise would wipe the floor with the Falcon.
Yeah.
But as we were talking earlier, I like the Falcon better.
Yeah, and there's
That
nothing
doesn't-
wrong with liking the Falcon better.
It just means you're
Just
wrong.
means you're. There you go. But see,
So the thing to consider is you're talking about two ships on completely different scales.
Right.
The Enterprise is a giant capital ship that
Right.
holds hundreds, if not
But does it
thousands
have
of
any
people.
weapons?
Oh yeah.
It's got photon torpedoes.
Photon
that's it.
torpedoes and phaser banks in the front and the back.
but let's be honest, they all pair in comparison to the TARDIS. So
Oh yeah, the TARDIS would whoop the shit out of the
TARDIS
Enterprise.
is infinitely, bigger.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
7 swimming pools.
Yeah, you'd have a better fight between the Enterprise and the Star Destroyer. That would be more interesting
Okay.
because of the way that the different shields work. So like the way that Star Trek shields work, they need constant barrage. They keep recharging. So like all of the
Also,
little
it's
turbo lasers. on
recharged
the-
by kinetic energy.
not like recharged that way, but it's if you so you start with like 100% points of shield and you hit it, and then depending on how hard you hit the shield, it goes down to like 35% or whatever, and then it recharges. But because
Oh, I see.
it doesn't recharge in like a step-by-step manner, it doesn't go from like 35, 55, 75, it goes 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. So like rapid barrage stuff breaks the deflector shield on the shields on Star Trek ships a lot faster. So like you have like all the rapid fire turbo lasers, so that's really good against their kind of ships. But the same is true because the Star Trek weaponry fires slower, but is way more powerful, and that's better against the Star Wars deflector ships, because once the shield generator gets blown, it's gone. So if you overload the shield generator, then you bust through there.
Or if you warp to light speed, just run right through the son of a bitch. That'll do it too.
That'll work, yeah.
That was one of my complaints with the last Star Wars movie. It was like, why haven't we been doing this all the time? If that's just an instant win.
I really
there's a
did
guy.
never-
There's a guy on YouTube that actually explained that. He said, barring the fact that this was just written for this movie. If someone came up with thought it was a cool idea, he goes, let's just accept the fact that this actually has been happened. Okay, so think about it. A ship to actually cause damage has to have some weight. Okay, and so the Rebel Alliance is a ragtag group. They have money, but not a lot of money, especially at this point in time.
So they can't just.
So even just to build a ship specific Atlantically for this, you still has to have some weight to it. It has to have some heft. Plus, it has to have a hyperdrive engine in it, and that's extremely costly. And they're not going to put a hyperdrive engine in something that's basically a battering ram. So he concludes that it has been done or it has been thought of before and probably done before, but not done a lot because of
how cost effective that it's not.
Yes.
Yeah,
I still thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah,
I mean,
like I did
scene
too.
was amazing.
Like, I just like, why have nobody thought
I
of this
certainly
before?
was not expecting it.
Right.
I think the best part of that scene is the sound vacuum that happens.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
the fact that everything just goes entirely silent during
Yeah.
the scene.
And then the enemy commander's just like, no, they're not going to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know that the Emperor Palpatine's coming back for episode 9?
Probably a flashback.
Maybe he's Snoke. Back on topic. Okay.
Jar Jar.
According to Newsday.com, these are the 30 iconic film cars / vehicles.
Can we
okay?
just do the top 15?
No, 30. I'll name the.
I tried, guys.
I'll name
I
the.
tried.
I'll
Hang
name
in
the
there,
make
guys.
and model. You name the movie. Okay, the first 3 is I can't do that with. It's Cars, Lightning McQueen, 66 Batmobile, and the Tumbler. Okay, those are the first 3. They're not in numerical order. These are just 30 in no certain order.
Okay, I was gonna say because the 66 Batmobile is 29 of 30. We're gonna have words.
No. It's not. Okay, so the 77 Lotus. I'm assuming a Spirit. 77 Lotus Spirit.
Green Hornet.
No, James Bond Spy Who Loved Me.
Oh.
There's only a couple of these, so hang on.
okay.
I thought Tyler would kill it. He's a card nerd. 64 Aston Martin DB5,
That's James Bond.
which
Gold.
Goldfinger.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna be disappointed if one of you don't get this. 61 Ferrari 250 GT
Ferris
California.
Bueller's Days Off.
Okay, I was a little. No, nothing.
Nah, no idea.
Okay.
I've never seen the movie, so
You've never seen what?
I've never seen
well,
Ferris.
I haven't.
Okay,
I
we had to add
haven't.
that.
I haven't
Ferris,
either.
and Ferris Bueller's Day Off.
I haven't seen Ferris Bueller.
Well, no one likes you.
And
You probably haven't watched it because it's a hipster thing.
And
to
the
do.
car from Shetty Shetty Bang Bang. By the way, you said my movie wouldn't work when we were kids bopping. That movie's about a guy who kidnaps kids.
Freddy Krueger?
No,
Yeah,
Chitty
but
Chitty
it's
Bang
not-
Bang.
He doesn't
You
kidnap them.
didn't, you
They
didn't
come
Kids
along.
Bop Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
No, I Kids Bop Nightmare on Elm Street about a kidnapper, and you said that wouldn't work as a kid's
Yeah,
film.
but you made it like
You said
way
they
creepy. He
killed them.
No, I didn't.
No. You said that they died
Or-
and then they came back.
No, they were kidnapped and taken out of reality. I just listened to the episode.
Might as well be the
Unwritten.
same, like, and then the king was kidnapping the kids to work as slaves.
So
Now
Chetty
in
and
the,
shit. Oh, here's a little.
in the next Infinity Wars, when Spider-Man comes back, are they going to say that he didn't die?
No. Okay, anyway, here's a little thing. Here's a little tidbit of information. Ian Fleming wrote Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
Yeah. He was also in the British Secret Service with John Pertwee.
And
who
Orville
played-
Redenbacher. Okay, 48 Tucker Torpedo.
A 48
Tucker Torpedo. Tucker, the man in his dream.
No, never heard of it.
Okay, we're getting to some of them you would know. 58 Plymouth Fury.
It's Christie.
God, he's such a car nerd, man. He blows my mind. 19,
From Stephen King?
Yeah.
Christine? Okay.
Yep.
Cool.
1959 Cadillac. I can't really name off the rest.
1959 Cadillac. Is it the car from Rain Man?
1959 Cadillac Ecto 1.
Oh, it's
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters.
Ghostbusters. Okay. 1963 Volkswagen Beetle.
Herbie.
Number?
66.
the number on it.
Yeah.
It's 53.
That was 52.
53.
Okay. You guys can, if you guys like these cars, throw them in and talk about them.
Yeah, I'm waiting for one I know.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Ghostbusters is the only one I got.
I don't know
Nah,
cars
I
either.
think-
That's why I didn't want to
Needs new
do this
brakes,
topic. I
shocks,
fucking hate cars.
manifold.
I watched that movie again. That
The
was
thing
so
about
good.
Ghostbusters is, I think that car is iconic, but it's only in certain scenes to me. So I mean, when I hear the sirens, I know that that's the car.
Yeah, I love the
but-
siren. Yeah.
But there's no like character attachment. Like if the Ghostbusters lost the car, it to me it wouldn't have been a big thing.
yeah, isn't it more of a character in the cartoon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think in the cartoon there's more of a.
Is he sentient in the cartoon?
No.
I think
No.
he gets possessed.
One
but-
of the episodes he gets possessed,
But
yeah.
that was it. Like
Okay.
there's no.
1965 Sunbeam Tiger.
Throw something else out.
It's Get Smart. Yeah, I'm not a car nerd, man. That's why I didn't want to do this topic.
I'm not gonna know every single car. In every single
1966
That-
Pontiac GTO.
film. Let's say that's Vin Diesel.
It's a rip-off of the Beatles.
It's the
A
rip-off.
submarine? Is it a little blue submarine? So
No,
a
no,
little
no.
yellow
It's a
submarine?
long car. It's a long car. It's a children's version of the Beatles.
Monkeys?
Yeah, the Monkeys.
The
It
Monkeys
was
was a
not.
real
It
band.
was
They're-
not. No, they weren't. It was a children's. Not a children's.
Now they
TV
were a
show
real
either.
band. They could really
Yeah.
play, but they weren't.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was 100% fabricated for their Monkeys TV show, and
Hey,
then
hey,
they started
Monkeys.
touring as their characters from the show.
I mean, they were
They were
legitimate.
100%.
They were legitimate musicians, but
The-
they were created for a show.
Yeah.
The lead singer, his mom invented Whiteout.
No, the guitar player Michael Nesmith. The lead singer is Davy Jones.
Oh yeah. In
Uh,
his locker.
it's like 1966 Ford Thunderbird.
I'm gonna say that's the car from I don't know.
Thelma and Louise.
Oh yeah.
Then they got Easy Rider, Captain America, Harley Davidson. Okay, 1969 Dodge Charger.
that's
General
fast.
Lee.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay, then they got the Scooby Doo Mystery Machine, which
Yeah.
I supposedly didn't say. It's not a Echo line. It's something else.
Yeah. Idiot.
Okay. 1971 Ford Mustang Mach 1.
Bullet.
Diamonds Are Forever.
Oh.
How
Nine-
many of these are James Bond cards?
That's the last one.
I haven't
Okay.
seen very many. I've only seen like the new James Bond and the Brosnan.
Yeah, that's kind of odd that there are 3 James Bond cars. So to me, when I think of James Bond, the only car that comes to mind is the Aston Martin. Like
Yeah.
I would have had no idea he drove anything other than the Aston Martin. if you
Okay,
didn't say
so real quick, so the 1971 Ford Mustang Mach 1 Diamonds Are Forever.
Is that the one?
Oh,
where
no,
they did
never mind.
They did like the
No, that's-
stunt where like they flipped it.
That's the man with the golden gun.
Oh, okay.
All right. 1974 Dodge Monaco.
That's the Bluesmobile.
I thought you were 1975 Grand Torino.
That's Starsky and Hutch.
What's the thing on top of the Blues Brothers?
The speaker.
Is that what it is? Okay.
Yeah, because they go to a beach and they steal a speaker
Okay.
and then they're driving
To
around.
Never seen it.
advertise.
You've never seen Blues Brothers?
I've seen Blues Brothers 2000. I love that
You
movie.
need to
No,
watch the
you've
original
seen the
one.
Blues Brothers because you're the one. Because Carrie Fisher blows up their apartment building, and that's when you were talking about how you were saying.
Oh,
that,
right. How
that
I
the
thought they were
Blues Bro-
superheroes.
That
yeah.
they were superheroes.
Yeah, okay. That's right.
Fucking hate Illinois Nazis.
1977 Pontiac Trans Am.
1977.
1977 Pontiac Trans
Is that Smokey and the Bandit?
And Smokey is the bandits. Yes. 1978 Ferrari 308 GTS. This became a TV show. They just remade it into a new TV show.
Knight Rider?
Nope.
No, that's a '82 Trans Am.
Magnum PI.
Alright.
This one's going to be hard.
That's what she said.
1981 DeLorean DMC-12 plus cocaine and aluminum siding.
Back to the Future Part 3.
All of them, yeah.
No, I'm just saying that
Okay.
in particular.
82 Pontiac Trans Am. We're all looking at
Knight
Tyler.
Rider.
We're all looking at Tyler. He wanted to fucking do this topic because none of us know.
No,
shit.
no,
Knight
I
Rider,
do. Just
which
some
was
of these-
voiced by William Daniels, who was Mr. Feeney.
Who did the remake?
Val Kilmer,
Really?
because it was a 2008 Ford Mustang GT.
And then what was it when it was a truck?
It wasn't a truck.
No, like in the new Knight Rider,
Oh,
it can transform.
It had like
What? It could
microbots.
transform?
It had yeah.
Yeah.
It could,
Like Viper? You remember Viper?
yeah. Like it could change into a any Ford vehicle. It
Oh,
could
wow,
change
yeah,
into.
yeah.
So I remember I watched the TV movie with Dad, and all the good guys drove Fords, and all the bad guys drove Dodge. And there was a scene where like the new kit stops in the middle of the road, and this Dodge SUV is just like barreling towards it, and Dad's like, "Watch it, it's gonna get fucked up," and just crashes into it, and it's like it's made out of concrete and just like folds in around.
How
it.
are they allowed to do that? If they're not saying anything bad about another company, they're allowed to use that company's product, or is that just like a nice little thing? It's like whatever.
I think as long as they're not advertising it, they're allowed to put it in the movie. I mean, you
like-
can't be like you can't.
Well, that's
drive
not
by
necessarily
cars
true because
without-
sometimes that's not necessarily true because if you watch a lot of movies, if you don't have permission to use that product, you have to like. Because I was watching a movie on Netflix, and it was obvious he had an Apple computer. They didn't have, so they put duct. So he had an all black laptop.
Yeah.
Then he had electrical tape over the app.
Well, because I think that you would expect to be paid for something like that, and then I know that in a lot of movies and TV shows and stuff like that, they will remove the like the signs from the car. Like they'll remove the Dodge, they'll remove the Chevy from the cars. And that's actually a fun fact with my dad when watching TV. Like they'll have like a trailer or something, or it'll be a car commercial. It'll be like kind of shot like an action movie.
Yeah.
And like you get into the action movie, it's like, oh, this is a Chevy commercial, and I'm like, how do you know that? It's like it's the only one with the logo on the back. And then sure enough, the Chevy commercial.
Oh, right on. Okay. 82. Oh, we already did that. 83 GMC van.
I'm gonna say the van from the 18.
Yes. Oh, God, see. What a
But see that's another vehicle to me. Like I know exactly what it looks like, but it to me
Doesn't it have a spoiler on the end of it?
Yeah, it's got like the red
Yeah.
spoiler in the back. But to me, like there's
You two can jump in at any point in time.
Yeah,
There's
we're
no-
planning to.
there's
I
no, like,
pity the fool
emotion.
who don't know what these cars are.
See?
Is he
no-
dead?
No.
No.
No,
Mr. T's
He
dead.
can't
He's
die.
he's not.
I think he is.
he's
No.
definitely
I'm
not.
googling is Mr.
You said
T
Google?
Don't do
dead?
that. He's gonna come here and kick your ass. I pity the fool who think I'm dead.
He's still alive.
Years active. 19. He retired. Oh no! Wait a minute.
He's gonna be in the new Creed movie.
No. I'm
Is he?
sorry.
No.
Oh.
No. I'm
That would
thinking.
be funny, though.
I'm thinking of. I'm
I mean,
thinking
they're bringing
of.
all the other
Yeah.
other characters back. Why
Yeah.
not?
No. I'm thinking
Your
of.
dad killed my dad, so I'm gonna kill you.
I guess.
Um.
I know the first Creed movie was pretty solid. I liked it a lot.
Honestly, I've seen.
Man, fucking Michael B. Jordan is sexy as shit when he's. Oh, motherfucker.
Is that?
Good lord, popping a boner over there.
You better fucking.
Well,
You
he
don't
moved
wanna
the
see it,
tables.
I probably couldn't be able to see it,
It's fair.
but I've only seen like Rocky 1 and 4. Like that was. I never got big into Rocky. Not as big as Adam's apparently. Getting about Michael B.
Rocky 1's probably on the list, right up there with Ferris Bueller, Uncle Buck, and what's the other one? The Halloween. The movies you probably need to watch is see if you are cinephile.
Mm.
Yeah, because I've seen Rocky 1, and I've seen Rocky 4 and 5.
Is that the one versus Rocky or Rocky Balboa?
No, Rocky 5 is the one with Tommy Gunn as the villain. Because he retires after Rocky 4 after Dragoff beats
Tommy
the sh-
Gunn?
Yeah. So Rocky 4, Dragoff, whatever his name
Jackoff.
was, beats the hell out of Rocky, and then in Rocky 5 he finds out he has brain damage and has to retire. So he starts training a new guy named Tommy.
Oh, is that the street
Yeah.
fighting one?
Yeah, and at the very end it's a giant
Oh.
street fight between him and Tommy, and he beats Tommy's ass.
Okay, I was wrong. I don't know why I thought Mr. T was dead. I thought maybe it was Rampage Jackson, but he's alive too, so I don't know what I was thinking.
He just wants people to be dead.
I
No.
do. 83 Wagon Queen Family Truckster.
It's the car from National Lampoon
Jesus
Vacation.
Christ, this guy blows my mind sometimes. 1990 Chevy Lumina. Or excuse me, 1990 Chevrolet Lumina.
I had aluminum once.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know what that
It
looks
took
like.
the smallest fucking bump at a mall parking lot, and both airbags exploded and jettisoned my dashboard through the windshield.
Shit.
Well,
I'm assuming it's not a good-looking car.
Not anymore.
the car from Days of Thunder.
No.
And then they have the Dumb and Dumber Mutts Cuts fan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
2003 Mini Cooper.
that's the Italian Job.
Yep. 2008 Audi R8.
2008, we R8. I don't know. It sounds like a James Bond car.
Nope. Iron Man.
Oh, yeah. He had like 6 Audis in like the first 2 movies.
Wait a minute. How would you have an iconic car from Iron Man? He's in the car for like
I think
3 seconds
Yeah.
ever.
I think this website's full of shit.
When he goes to Burger King, and
Newsday.com?
that's it.
Yeah.
Is
He's in
there-
a limo when he doesn't even go to Burger King in the Audi. He goes to Burger King in the limo.
Oh, you're right.
So
yeah.
we disagree with that one. Is there any other cars we
Oh.
disagree with?
Not really. I think a lot of those are kind of olds. Was that the end of the list?
That was 30.
That
There's a lot of vehicles that aren't on there that I kind of expected.
Okay. Name one real quick. I would think the Mini
the-
Coopers from the original Italian Job would be more
Yeah.
iconic than
I'm surprised the Supernatural car didn't make it in.
67
jeez.
Chevy Impala.
this is
Yeah, that
fucking
one's
propaganda.
Yeah, that one's
What?
amazing. Like,
You use
that-
the wiki.
That is another car that is perfect because it has deep emotional connection to the characters in the show.
Oh, I went
Yeah.
to a website where I was looking up the most uncommon, famous or like lesser known. Guess what movie? Guess what car was on there? The fucking Charger from Out Cold with the
the snowplow in the front? Oh man, I wanted that car too. See, that's why the Impala, because it's another character in the show.
Right.
That's what makes vehicles important. Like I said, Ghostbusters, the vehicle's cool, it's iconic, but if in the second movie they completely got rid of it, which they pretty much did,
not in a whole lot, yeah.
no one really missed it.
Well, they didn't need to drive it. They were driving the Statue of Liberty,
Well, yeah, as you do.
as you do.
Your love
I mean,
is
in
taking
Supernatural,
yeah.
they even filmed an episode from the perspective of the car. I mean, like no filming, like there were no cameras outside the vehicle. Like everything was shot inside. And like there's a scene where like Dean's like killing someone and like you're just like sitting in the car like as if you were in the back seat and just watching it all happen.
Was you able to keep focus on the episode? Like it didn't lose you at all?
Yeah, I mean, it's further connecting because, like, there are 2 guys that just travel across the country. They stay in hotels. Like, they have nothing that's theirs except for this car. And so I think, I don't know if they said it or someone just made a picture of it because there's a scene where they've like taken off the roof of the car and it's shot from above, and it's Sam in the back seat going to sleep and Dean in the front, and it says, not every home has 4 walls and a roof, because it's the one thing that they have that's theirs. And so that's why you make fun of me because I know all this stuff about cars, but I mean, if there's a deep connection, then it becomes a character in itself
Okay.
and is important to the story. It's not just something that gets you from point A to point B.
Other iconic vehicles, the car from League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
That was more like, oh look, we have a car back in the Industrial Revolution age that doesn't look like a Model T.
Automobile.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a little surprised that Peterbilt truck wasn't on the list somewhere.
No. What was Bumblebee originally? He wasn't a Camaro, was he?
He was a Volkswagen. He was a
Okay.
Volkswagen Bug.
And isn't he going to be a Volkswagen in the new Bumblebee movie?
For part of it, yeah.
Okay.
That he will be.
Now,
Yeah.
do you think they copped out when they made him like the flashy Camaro? They should have left him the Volkswagen.
They actually tried to get the rights.
Here, you want to know why that
and
didn't happen, or do you know why that
I do
didn't
know
happen?
it. Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Because they talked to Volkswagen about getting the rights, and Volkswagen said or denied it, and they said they didn't want their vehicle to be used as a weapon of war. So they wanted.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so they wanted it. They didn't want that.
As they were doing the emissions scandal.
Yeah. So I don't know what they talked to Volkswagen about, and they got the permission for this time around.
They need good PR is what they need after that shit.
Yeah. I'm a little surprised that they went with Camaro and didn't go with like a Mini Cooper or something, and trying to get something of the same
Oh, yeah.
base profile as a Volkswagen.
I can see why they went the Camaro route. They're trying to give it's a story about a boy in his first car, and yeah, it's that piece of shit, but now he's driving the super awesome top of the line model that he's got in the car he's supposed to have 10 years from now. instead of the one now.
Does the dad ever notice that the car becomes really awesome and like doesn't question it?
I don't think the dad has time.
Yeah, the dad doesn't notice it in the first movie, and then by the time the second movie rolls around, they're kind of aware of what's happening. So
When the world's aware of Transformers
Yeah.
at that point. Yeah. Okay.
Well,
Any-
no, not by the second movie. They managed to contain it a lot because they evacuated San Francisco.
oh, maybe it's the third movie then. They're all
Because
so bad.
The second movie, they know because there's the scene like his parents get kidnapped or something like that because they see him like almost die or.
Second one's in
supposedly die.
Egypt, right?
Part of it, yeah.
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 I don't know.
Right.
Well, any,
And we have the Fallen.
Any-
Fallen.
any closing thoughts on Iconic?
No, but I do have a Transformers question. So, Optimus Prime in the cartoon, doesn't he always have the trailer? Doesn't the trailer transform with him?
No, it like
it
appears.
can when he needs it to be. So yeah, when he, so there is an explanation that's complete bullshit, and it doesn't really fit any of the Transformer continuity. And then there's like actually what happened. So when he transforms, he's got the truck trailer, and then in all of the cartoons, when he transforms, trailer goes off camera, and you never see it again until he transforms, and it comes in from out of camera. And they did that for budgeting. It was completely a we don't want to draw this trailer and try and keep track of it, so we'll just cut it out, and we have the action going on. So the explainer is when he transforms, he's got a teleporter on it, and it teleports back to the Ark until he needs it, and then it comes back to him.
Okay.
Because he can transform without it, and he can just be without the trailer.
But what does he technically need it for? Does he ever use it?
Yes, it
Oh.
stores Roller, which is a little spy bot,
Okay.
and then it transforms into a weapons platform.
Oh, okay.
He actually uses it in the very first episode. He transforms into and has the weapon platform shooting at Megatron, and Megatron blows the piss out of it.
Because I really just want to see a deleted scene where where the fuck did I leave that? Fuck. Gotta buy another one.
You guys
There's-
head back to base. I have to go find my trailer.
There's actually a scene in, I want to say it's episode 2, or the second half of the pilot, basically, where he has to relinquish it and someone else has to carry it for him because it's too heavy. So it's when they're in the ruby mines of Burma, they go up, he goes up to check on Sparkplug and Bumblebee, and there's a bomb inside the mines that detonates, and he goes rolling down this giant mountain after getting exploded, and he's injured but won't let anyone carry him back to base, so he transforms, and then Huffer, who is a much smaller semi-truck, has to carry his trailer because he's too injured to carry it.
You make fun of me because I know all these car things, but Daniel can tell me exactly what happens in Transformers.
Transzapper, that's the Japanese.
Transzapper.
That's the original Japanese title. Transzapper.
It is not.
Why don't you shut your hipster mouth over there?
Here's the
Daniel, hit us with the original Japanese title.
I think it was Transformers originally.
No, the actual Japanese for it.
Man,
Oh, I don't know that
you
one.
were on my side. You would have said exactly what I said.
all right. Post,
Transzapper, sorry.
here to the post pod trivia.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
All right.
Now
Man, what?
Now
Because I picked the episode, we got run short?
No,
Just
we're
'cause
not
you don't-
running short.
You don't know jack shit about it?
so
Fuck you.
Tyler went quickly through the automobile trivia. Here's a little trivia for Daniel.
Uh-oh.
I'm going to name the make and model. You name the Transformer.
That's going to be very difficult for me. We'll try it.
Gen, These are all Gen 1s. Well, according to the Wikipedia, I was on
Okay,
as Gen
then-
1.
well,
So
that doesn't help much.
If it's
Okay.
not Gen 1, then I apologize.
Okay.
Freightliner FL86 COE.
I think that's Huffer.
That is Optimus Prime.
No, he's a Peterbilt.
He's a Freightliner. This is Gen 1. Freightliner FL86 COE.
Okay. Is that a Peterbilt style of truck?
You're asking the wrong guy.
Okay, because he's a Peterbilt.
Okay.
Okay.
Martini Racing Porsche 935.
That's Jazz.
That's jazz. Nissan Vignette.
Vignette. It sounds like a Russian car. I don't Vignette.
Sounds like an Italian car.
He
Oh,
died.
okay.
I believe he's the one
They're
that
close to
had
each other, right?
stupid heroics and gets
No.
blasted in the face by.
Ironhide?
Yes, Ironhide.
Okay, yeah,
Wait, what was the actual line?
Such heroic nonsense.
Yes. Okay.
Such heroic
Nonsense. Boom.
Dune Buggy.
That is.
You've already talked about him on the podcast once. That's why I brought it up.
This podcast or
Yep.
like a podcast?
No, he talked
Like-
about it on this podcast. Yes, you did, sir.
Okay, then it's not Sandstorm.
Nope.
Is it not Heifer?
Nope. Beachcomber.
Beachcomber.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
I
talked about him this
Beachcomber.
Yes,
episode.
you have. Is he a scientist? Not this episode.
You said this episode.
No, this podcast.
Yeah, he's a
That deserves-
geologist.
Yeah, there we go.
This podcast. I said this podcast.
Yeah, and then Tyler said this episode, and you said yes.
Now
No, you
brought
didn't.
to you.
No, you
the
didn't.
Three of us. Play it back.
No, he didn't.
Back. Brought to you in surround sound, bitch.
He said this podcast or another one. I'm like, what other podcast is
No,
Daniel
I said
on?
this episode.
No,
You did
you
say this
didn't.
episode.
No,
yes,
fuck.
yes, it's Beachcomber. He's a geologist.
Fuck off.
And
Okay.
I just yes, the name blinked on me. But yes.
F-15 Eagle. There are several of
That's
them.
Starscream Thundercracker Soundwave.
Not
No,
some.
Skywarp. Sorry,
Skywarp,
Skywarp
Ramjet.
Thundercracker.
The Seekers.
Ramjet is not. Ramjet's
No,
a different type.
According to this, he's an
He
F-15
is. He is
Eagle.
most certainly not an F-15.
Daniel's like, I'm gonna edit this Wikipedia bullshit.
It's not right, but okay.
I fucking love the name Thundercracker. I don't know why. It's just a badass
Sounds really
name.
racist. That's probably why you like it.
Skywarp.
American Dad.
Yeah, Skywarp and Thundercracker are two of my favorites. I love.
Bulldozer.
Is he a bulldozer?
A bulldozer. That is Bone Crusher.
Dump truck.
Dump truck is long haul.
Yep. Space shuttle / JNR class D62 steam locomotive.
That's Astro Train.
Yes. Okay. Vehicles
Astro
from.
Train.
You know,
Astro
you,
Train,
you
yep.
guys could have answered. I just said. Okay.
No, no, no.
So
I didn't want to
No.
take all the answers and make Daniel feel bad by like burning him out on his topic.
fun fact about Astro Train, he is the transformer that is capable of the most mass displacement. So when you see him in the 1986 movie, he is a normal size. He is the same
I
size
am
as everyone else
re-listening to
is.
this podcast
But when he
about what you
transforms, he can fit the entire Decepticon army inside him. And when they're flying back to Cybertron, he transforms a second time into the shuttle. And he has enough space inside him for Devastator, which is the biggest of the Decepticons, to not only create, but be able to move and fight.
Do they give reason for that?
He's just one of his natural abilities. He is capable of the most mass displacement of any of the Decepticons.
Okay.
But the rest of him doesn't change. So like when he's flying back, he's like, we have to jettison some weight or we'll never make it back. It's because he's too worn out from the fighting and he doesn't have enough energy to carry everyone.
Gotcha.
So that's when Megatron and the Insecticons.
Daniel just hit the mic.
I did. I'm sorry.
He really
I'm
pissed off.
excited about Transformers.
Transformers.
Sorry.
Transformers question.
Yeah.
Okay. In the cartoon, do humans ride inside the Transformers?
Yes. Commonly.
Okay. Has there ever been an episode where a Transformer has transformed with a human inside of it?
Yes.
Spike.
What happens to them?
So yes, it happens to Spike. It happens to Spark Plug. I believe it happens to Chip. I don't think it ever happens to Carly. But basically, what happens is when they transform their hands first, and then they catch them as they start transforming the cockpit.
Gotcha.
And they basically just fall out a hole before they get crushed.
Yeah, depending on which one's transforming, sometimes they can hold them. Other times they just guide them to the ground, and they throw them outside of them.
Now, did you hate all the transforming? Did you like any transforming scenes in the Michael Bay Transformers movies?
No.
like any of them?
They're almost all awful. And they're all just this giant mash of metal, and you can't really see where they're coming
Aluminum
from.
siding.
Aluminum siding.
And cocaine.
I think the only one that I really thought was cool was that very first transform of Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
When he first shows up, that gave me goosebumps. But it was because the first time you got to see a Transformer like in the silver screen, like it was awesome.
Sad wait.
Okay. I'm going to list off the names of vehicles from an animation property. You name the property. Okay?
Okay.
Alright, I'm going to name off the names of vehicles from the property. You name the property. Footski, Star Cruiser, Dreadnought, skateboard, Technodrome.
The turtles.
I knew the Technodrome.
Yep.
Heroes on a half shell.
Okay. Arctic Blast. Blockbuster.
Stride Gum.
Who?
Stride Gum. I thought we were naming flavors of
No.
Stride Gum.
Blockbuster.
That's G.I. Joe, isn't it?
Mud Fighter, Thunderclap, and Toss and Cross. Yes. Fright Fighter. Attack Squid. Wind Raider. Sky Sled. Attack Track. And Battle Ram.
Attack
He-Man.
Track seems familiar.
He-Man.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
I knew there had to be He-Man in there somewhere.
Cyclotron. Thunder Truck. Turbomobile. Sandcat. Turbocat.
Thundercats.
Nope.
SWAT cats.
SWAT cats. Okay, the animated version was an 83 Toyota Celica Supra. The live action was a 64 Lincoln Continental convertible. The animated was a 83 Toyota Celica Supra, and the live action was a 64 Lincoln Continental convertible.
You're gonna have to give us more than that.
That's all I got.
I don't know.
The
Give us-
Gadget Mobile.
Oh! Yeah, okay.
All right. Yeah.
Okay. It's a 20-year-old modified Conwing L-16, which is a fictitious aircraft using elements from the Fairchild C-82 transport, Grumman HU-16 amphibian, and a consolidated PBY-3. Ironically, none of these aircraft were invented before the fictional one. In actuality, it was named the Sea Duck.
Sea Duck? Is it DuckTales?
Nope.
Tailspin.
The plane from
Oh.
Tailspin.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the opening.
Oh, okay. All right.
No, it
Yeah,
it
starts
doesn't.
with
It
a
doesn't.
laugh,
It
and then
doesn't
goes
tail off like that though. It's more of a barrel.
Not as creepy as that.
Yeah.
I'm
Like
sorry, Halloween just happened. I didn't get as many. My creepy laughs are still coming out.
Oh,
I thought we
okay.
were gonna have a murder.
Okay.
Not
Last
yet.
closing thoughts on iconic vehicles.
How did we get through an entire podcast of vehicles and not talk about Mask?
I wasn't a Mask fan.
You aren't a fan of most things that are good.
Wow.
Hipster.
Fuck.
I'm mad we didn't talk more about the
In
67
his defense,
Chevy.
I don't even know what Mask was.
Mask,
I didn't
the
know
mobile-
about Mask, so I started hanging out.
The Mobile Armor Strike Command.
With the
Designed
K.
to sell toys. Got it.
I don't know. I don't think I've ever seen a Mask toy.
It's
I'm
probably-
sure it is a toy commercial.
Maybe it's one of the. Is it like one of those rare properties where the show was more popular than the toy line?
Certainly possible. I love that show. I wish I could find episodes of it somewhere.
At your local comic book.
You can find issues of it. It
Oh,
was redone by IDW.
Right on.
I think it does a lot of that stuff, don't they?
Yeah, they were for a long time. They were the '80s Saturday morning comic book series.
Dynamite does that too. The big like boss guy.
Yeah, they did a Voltron Robotech crossover. That was very fun.
Any other clothing ones you want to talk about? You said the '67 Chevy.
Yeah, but I think I'm the only one that likes Supernatural.
You guys make it sound so. You make it sound so interesting. I'm like,
No, they
really?
don't.
It
That
is.
sounds dumb.
You
Yeah.
shut up.
It
Do
is.
not
Yeah,
speak
it
for
is
me.
really good. I watched
Like everything you told me, like the Ghostbuster, the Ghost
Ghost Facers.
Hunter, Ghost Phasers episode,
Ghost Faces.
that car episode makes me think. It really sounds very interesting.
They did a great Scooby-Doo crossover.
Yeah,
That's
too.
really
They
fun. I
did,
love
like-
that.
Some episodes, yeah, are like really boring, but like the overall arcs are really, really good. And like some seasons hit a dry spot, but you know, there's a reason that they've been going on for 14 seasons.
Yeah, I think I watched up until season 7 or 8, whatever one that had the Leviathans in it. That's the
7.
season. That was 7. That was the one I stopped
They
watching.
use a lot of dick jokes.
Yeah, dick
But-
jokes.
Yeah, at least watch the first 5 because McG wrote the script as a 5-season thing, and they were
Yeah.
planning on killing it after 5 seasons. And it was so popular they kept it going.
Yeah, and it has, if they would have ended it with season 5, that would have been the best episode to end it on.
Oh, it was
Which
phenomenal.
also focuses on the car, which further improves the fact that vehicles had to have a strong connection. Adam's not paying attention. He's probably looking up that porn star.
There's definitely
No.
some porn on.
No,
You remember
no,
Coco
no.
Puff. You
Yes.
as well as I do. Like there's that classic scene where he's ready to go make his score for the year, but his car reliable as hell. It's just this one time that it's not starting for him, and it's when he's trying to make a moral decision, and the car's saying like, "You know better, you know what you need to do," and that's what Then when he decides the right thing, that's when the car's like, "All right, let's go now."
Now, would you rather have a car with gadgets, like Mach 5, or like a normal car where no one's gonna like come and get it?
Yeah, we didn't talk about Speed Racer at all. I'm sorry, what was the other option?
Like,
Mach 5 gadgets?
Would you rather
or-
have like Mach 5 gadgets where like everyone covets and everyone's trying to get after it, or just like a plain car, like the General Lee, like that you're just badass at driving?
I think I want to be. That's a hard one. I would take the Mach 5, even though I don't know I would necessarily use the jumping ability of the Mach 5 in the most
that'd be
proper
awesome.
way.
That'd be awesome.
But like the reinflate tires would be awesome. The snow grip on the tires. Mach 5 is a
Buzzsaws.
Mach 5 is a pretty sweet car.
I did not see the live action movie that I heard it was not good.
It was pretty
Speaking
bad.
of buzzsaws, what about Dick Dastardly and Mudley and Double Drill the Mean Machine?
Oh yeah, that's
The-
Wacky Racers.
Slag Brothers and 01 the Boulder Mobile. The Gruesome Twosome and number 2 the Creepy Coupe.
I'm waiting until you say your favorite one.
Professor Patent
There
Pending
it is.
Professor Patent Pending in 03 the Converter Car.
Yep.
Why is Professor Patent
You
Pending?
always said that was your favorite one.
Red Max in number 4 the Crimson Hay Baler.
I like the
Penelope. Go ahead.
No, the one after Penelope.
Okay.
The,
Penelope Pistop, the number 5 car, the Compact Pussycat. Sergeant Blast.
It was a more innocent
you
time.
could not have a car called that now.
Sergeant Blast and Private Meekly in 06 the Army Surplus Special. The Anthill Mob in number
That
7
one.
the Bulletproof Bomb.
That one. I like the Anthem one.
Lazy Luke and Blubber Bear and the Arkansas Chugabug. That was number 8.
I remember that one.
Peter Perfect in number 9 the Turbo Terrific.
Oh,
coming up-
I just hate it.
and
I
coming
hate
up-
32 characters like that.
And coming up last, number 10 is Rufus Roughcut and Sawtooth and the Buzzwagon.
No, I like the Anthem one. Okay, so
Which
we
one,
talked
which
about.
one was your favorite one?
It's been long since the Wacky Racers. I think I like that Dick Dastardly and Muttley most.
Dick Dastardly was my favorite. I like the. I used to laugh like that one dude from the. I can't do it
Yeah.
anymore. I tried doing it. So, who was your favorite racer?
It had.
I like the Pussycat.
Yeah, that's a nice name. No, I think my favorite was the monster theme one. What was that again?
The Gruesome Twosome and the Creepy Coupe.
Yes.
Oh, I
where
like
it was
that
just
one too.
It was just a haunted house with wheels.
It had a dragon sitting out the window.
Yeah, every time they had to fly, he'd stick his head out in the wing.
Okay, so we were talking about the Mystery Machine.
Yeah.
Now, do you remember when they did the series where they got rid of the Mystery Machine and they just drove around in a red van?
No.
Was that a modern version?
It was the new Scooby-Doo movies, and it was I believe it was in 13 Ghosts of Scooby-Doo. They had just a red van.
Well, I can see the reason why, because it used to be the van was Freddy's, right?
Yeah.
And then so Shaggy's not going to take Freddy's van, so that's the reason they're not using Freddy's van.
Oh,
I don't know. I
Plot
watched
hole
it.
averted.
I don't know.
I wouldn't say it was a plot hole. I was just saying, like, if anyone remembered that series, if not having the Mystery Machine van,
I sort of
Change
do,
anything.
but it doesn't stick in my mind.
Yeah, I don't remember that either.
Like the mystery, like you think of Scooby Gang, you think of the Mystery Machine.
know another car we didn't talk about? The Mirthmobile from Wayne's World.
Wayne's World,
Yeah.
party time.
You always wanted a Gremlin.
Is that a gremlin?
I believe so.
I think it's a rabbit.
I don't know. It's the same basic concept of
Hang on.
ugly ass tiny car.
I actually don't remember it. Hang on.
Yeah.
What is the car from Wayne's World?
Going back to
AMC
this,
Pacer.
Going back to Scooby-Doo, Flim Flam have like one of those cars that look like the dragster from Munsters, like the one that has like this like this. It was like cream colored, like his jumpsuit was, and then it had like this real long hood and engine. They
Might
sat
have.
back.
I really can't remember. I remember they had a plane. I'm just like, where the fuck are they getting the money for a plane? I mean, I know Daphne's family's rich, but good lord. I don't know what other cars.
13 Ghosts always upset me because it had Daphne and not Velma.
Yeah,
Velma's awesome.
Why didn't I have Velma?
because they, I don't know.
She went to college.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what that will leave it at. Oh, verdict.
Okay, so it's November 4th. We're remember the 5th of November on November 4th.
I thought we were doing we traveled back in time from November 5th, 1955.
What did you want to do with that?
I thought that's what we were talking about cars because it was the 4th.
I don't want.
Is when
Yeah, okay. Whatever.
Oh yeah, talk about your
But-
whatever you want to make it.
Look,
Fucking hipster dictator.
the space whale. Anyway,
Where'd you guys go? Fucking space whale. I didn't come look for you or nothing. I just sat
what was
here.
I supposed to do? It was a fucking space whale.
I just came up here and looked at porn.
with the whale?
And I thought about you the whole time.
Sure you did.
Fun fact, the car from Waynesboro sold at auction for $37,000.
They tried to sell it on Pawn Stars, and they wouldn't buy it. I don't know. I was like, I'd fucking buy it. I'd buy
You know
it.
what? I supposed to go for a little more than 37,000.
It's a
What-
cult classic film.
Okay, what? Okay, it's just we'll skip the V for Vendetta thing. We're running on. I want to try to keep the hour and a half time mark. Real quick, what's a genuine movie vehicle you would actually buy? Like, would you actually buy the Batmobile and drive it around town?
Yes.
Why? First of all, it gets stolen.
Might not have even had the freaking little.
No.
In real life.
Yeah, in real life.
Kid from Knight Rider.
Really? You don't?
Yes.
Okay.
Kid from Knight Rider with the sideline in the front.
Okay.
People, because it's made by the same guy that did Battlestar Galactica, and people tried to say that Kit was like the start of the
Cylon,
Cylon,
okay.
and he's like, no, I just thought it was really cool. He's like, I just put it in both of the shows.
Oh. Okay. All right. Kid from that Rider.
I don't know, man. That's my car. I know, right? I'll say Sideswipe is a pretty sweet car. I'll take Sideswipe.
What is Sideswipe?
Sideswipe is a red, sporty car.
Hang on. Let me look it up.
It's a red
Let me look it up. What?
TARDIS.
Is
a TARDIS.
The
Wide?
car could be anything,
Why?
right? So it could even be a car and whatnot.
And the doctor actually did drive a car. He drove a
Sideswipe
yellow-
appears in the second and third of the live action
I can't
series.
remember what kind it was.
No, not the live action. The cartoon.
Okay.
Him and Sunstreaker are twins.
Or the Mystery Machine. Mystery Machine kind of be badass. rolling
Mystery
around
Machine
in.
would be pretty awesome.
Yeah. Except if separate ghosts start showing up, then fuck that.
There's a picture that people post. I'm sure it's outside a convention somewhere, but it's like the Impala from Supernatural next to the Mystery Machine, next to Ecto 1, and it says like some serious shit
He is-
He
going
is
down.
a 77 Lamborghini.
Yeah. Contosh.
Speaking of that, why wasn't that one of the greatest cameos that you have movie casters that cast movies Dan Aykroyd? Like,
Oh,
who are
yeah.
you gonna call? Somebody else.
Yeah.
So, okay, so what was your final answer?
It Kit from Knight Rider because I own a 67 Chevy.
Okay, so apparently he wants to own a Lamborghini.
Apparently, it's a
Douchebag.
77 Lamborghini.
All right, Cody.
I'm sticking with DeLorean. I'd go full out
Would
geek with all the add-ons.
You can do that.
Yeah.
There's a DMC Great Lake, Illinois.
Isn't there a guy that for like, I think it's like 15,000, he'll make the 66 Batmobile?
No,
It might be more.
It's going to cost you a lot more.
But I mean,
than
that's like all he does though. Is just he'll.
probably.
Like
but
you
it's gonna-
provide the car, he makes it look like
No,
that.
you give him the money and he'll make you a replica of it.
It'll cost you.
Will it drive?
Yes, it's like an actual car.
Or I take.
No, it's
Black
literally one that
Beauty.
just fits on the bed.
It's a 1965 '85 Chrysler Imperial.
Chrysler Imperial. Okay.
But it has to have.
It has that flat end.
changing lights and all that stuff.
It had the chop on it. It didn't
Yeah.
have the steel. That was cool.
It has to have the missiles in the front.
I would have Walt Longmire's Bronco
You would.
from
you
Longmire.
would.
I like it a
Oh,
lot.
yeah, Longmire.
Huh?
Yes, Longmire.
Right, because you already have the Batman vs Superman powder
Powder blue.
blue Jeep Renegade.
I like Longmire. I like his vehicle.
The only reason Bruce Wayne's turns is because Superman is destroying the whole city. That's why it just gets covered in dust. That's why it's got that ashy gray color.
Duh.
You'd expect it to be covered in like red or pink from all the people Superman's letting get killed.
Oh, sir!
No, because there's a deleted scene where Flash saves everybody.
Suits.
I am so upset that they didn't do that in Justice League. Like, that would have been such the perfect way to make me feel a lot better about Man of Steel and Batman vs Superman. Is if there was a scene in Justice League at the very beginning that shows Flash saving everyone from a building right before Superman and Zod go flying through it, and Zod and Flash lock eyes so that Superman knew he didn't save anyone. If that scene was in Justice League, I would like Man of Steel, Batman vs Superman, and Justice League all about a billion times more than I actually do.
We've been doing this for 46 episodes. 2 years. We're still talking about Batman v Superman.
That's a lot of people off.
46. So, this was your episode, Tyler. Before we close it out, we're coming to the hour and a half mark. Did we miss anything? If you, real quick, we got 4 minutes. Just take a character that doesn't have an iconic vehicle and let's give him one.
Superman.
Superman. What? Let's say he has solar powers.
He does have an iconic vehicle.
What?
The spaceship came to Earth on space.
Well, as an adult, like
No, it's
Green
not-
Arrow.
the Arrowmobile.
He also
It's not
actually-
iconic, but he has it.
In the campy Brave and the Bold, he actually does have an arrow card. It's literally an arrowhead.
That'd be right.
Yeah, and he has an aeroplane.
That was fucking stupid. No.
No, I gotta give it to him.
No.
I gotta give it to him.
No. Oh, no.
That was
Okay.
pretty good.
No.
Okay, what about Freddy Cougar?
The Frightmobile?
No, because he kind of takes that convertible at the end. The first one where the top pops up and it's got the stripe
Okay.
and like he like possesses it. I mean, I don't understand that though.
Yeah. But I mean, if we're going to give Freddy Krueger a car, it has to be like one of those child molester vans, right? To start
a
with.
rapey van,
Yeah, it's got to
yeah.
be like that.
We got the name on it.
Yeah, white. Yeah, like the clown cars from Twisted Metal.
Oh,
Like,
yeah. Or kind of like the Jeepers Creepers truck.
Yeah, but it's got to have blades on it. Like you have those old like Roman wheel guards that have the blades on
Oh,
it.
yeah,
and
yeah.
instead of blades, they're the finger blades.
It, typically, it's a dream car, so he can like turn it to whatever it is.
Yeah,
They
sure.
turn into a motorcycle. One of them doesn't.
Yeah, well, he doesn't. Well, one of them. Who else? Who else?
You ever read Nosferatu?
No.
You know what Joe Hill's real name is?
Joe King, yeah.
His real name is Joe King. That's
Yeah.
fucking horrible.
is he like, yo, jokey? He's joking.
Yes.
Oh, geez.
Let's see here.
Did you have a vehicle in Dungeons and Dragons?
Oh yeah, you can. It wouldn't be super technology. I mean, it'd be obviously it'd be something mystic.
What about Fry from Futurama?
He has
The spaceship.
No, I mean like his specific. That's kind of.
He had that
It's kinda-
in that one episode.
He had a Chevy Nova. Didn't mention Roswell and Enslow before anything.
Okay, all right. I'll think of it. Go ahead. Do you then? I'll
Or
think of
one
something.
where he
Yeah,
became
but I mean-
his own grandfather.
Yeah, so for Dungeons and Dragons, it'd have to be something magical. You would have to use like super technology, but like your wizards have magic carpet, or you have different
Do something
forces.
where, like, they all happen. Does it happen on Earth, or does it happen?
You create your own fantasy universe.
Okay, so
fantasy world.
could someone like tear a hole in time and space and pull like a bad like a Ferrari, like the one that Batman was driving in Batman Begins, Dark Knight Returns, and like drop it there, and like what would they like? You know, there's no gas, there's no nothing. Like what would they turn? Like I'm assuming like a wizard could like make it propel on something.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you'd have to, you know, make some bullshit up, but yeah, I mean, you could do that. I mean, they have magical constructs that are animated. So when the car runs out of gas, you just have your wizard turn your engine into an iron golem and have it chunk away and you have a perpetual car.
What about the Flintstones mobile? We didn't talk about the Flintstones.
What's it called? What's the actual make and model? Look it up.
Okay. All right.
Negative BC. What about the train from Snowpiercer?
That's the sequel to Willy Wonka.
Yes, I know. I actually saw that video, and that video was really good.
The Snowpiercer good? I haven't seen it yet. It's on my watch list.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stop
But
watching
watch-
Supernatural and fucking watch that.
I don't watch Supernatural.
Supernatural's great.
I need to pick it back up because I really did enjoy it. I just
I
stopped
think
watching
he's just
it.
trying to distance himself from that supernatural wiki joke.
I love Supernatural. I love all their takes on monsters and angels. Great.
It's called the Footmobile.
That's it.
Oh, what about the Jetsons little hover? What's the name of the Jetsons?
See, the Jetsons are a bird flying around somewhere.
That's someone who needs a car.
What?
Cody just checked the time on his phone, but he has a picture of One Punch Man as his wallpaper. That's a man who needs a car.
The problem with One Punch Man is he can't afford a car. Deadpool just jacks whatever he wants and uses it. Like,
He most famously drives a moped, though.
yeah, famously, but if he has
Does he actually use a hornet and unicorns around? Or
he
is that
did
just-
in one comic. He just found a unicorn and he thought like, oh, I'm so pure of heart, that's why I'm able to ride it. But no, the whole time the unicorn's just trying to buck him off. And he mistakes it that he's actually riding. He doesn't go full harness and all that stuff. He just rides just bareback on a unicorn.
Yeah,
What about
he
the
rides
ta-
it bareback.
What about the taxi from Constantine?
Oh, Chaz Chandler.
Like, what about? I think taxi cabs need to come back in that old style.
Yeah, speaking of old taxis that are iconic, the Shadows taxi.
Yes.
That checker taxi.
It's just called the space car.
That's kind of
I'm
like that.
sorry.
Yeah.
I thought they'd be some stupid, over-the-top names for brands and stuff. What about
Yeah.
what about when the Jetsons met the Flintstones and they made flying footmobiles in the future?
Did you hear the theory that the Jetsons take place above the Flintstones?
I heard that theory.
That'd be
That
interesting.
the idea is that the reason they were up in the big homes is because it was a nuclear war and it's not safe to live on the surface.
Yeah.
Yeah, but don't they have like a legitimate time portal in the Jetsons Flintstones crossover?
They
episode?
say,
Yeah.
but they say it wasn't a time portal; it was a teleporter. Like you
okay.
know, like within the show, they say it's a time travel device, but they think maybe Elroy screwed up and he created a teleporter, and they just teleported down to the surface.
I like the Harvey Birdman train of law explanation for the Jetsons up in the clouds. Basically, it's just there's a bunch of mutants that live on the surface, and polar ice caps have melted, so it's just nothing but water down there and aquatic mutants.
you
And
get
the
that
reason
thing
they
I
go up,
sent
what?
Did you get that thing I sent
Oh,
you?
God.
Yes.
Did you get that thing I sent you?
I never need to. If I ever want to know what
So here's someone I never thought would ever get a vehicle that got one. So I was surprised. Link and Legend of Zelda.
Oh yeah, the Master
The Hang
Cycle.
Glider?
And
No.
no, in Breath of the Wild, in the DLC, you can get a Master Cycle Zero, which is a motorcycle.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. It is. You would think that's the stupidest thing, but then when you're driving, you're like, all right, I'll go with it.
I suppose. I mean, Breath of the Wild is freaking huge, so you gotta
Yeah.
be able to get someplace faster.
It's awesome. It's one of the things where I would never. Like, what kind of vehicle would Mario use? Don't say a go kart.
You took my answer.
Well, he's Italian.
Oh god, here we go.
Plumber.
Really racist up
Mini
in here.
Cooper.
Okay.
Alright.
I see your comment,
Alright. Wow, that is...
It's sort of like a dirt. It looks like if a unicorn on a dirt bike had a baby.
because it's
That's ridiculous.
ancient tech.
Ancient technology.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay, Daniel, let's close it out.
And then you feed it monster
We're
stuff.
4 minutes
Yes.
over. I'm trying to keep it back on our hour and a half.
Oh no, but you know,
Damage
it's a topic
Control
you want
podcast,
to talk
yeah,
about.
is brought to you.
Talk about it for 3 fucking hours.
You better believe it.
Oh, when we hit the Transformers episode, where you guys better call into work next tomorrow. We're going all night.
Ironically, it's for birthday. I'm not talking about that. The actress that played Mary Winchester in the Netflix show, who features an iconic 1950s
Hate that show so. I'll tell you what.
Why?
I'll tell you what. I'll make you a deal. I'll make you a deal. I will watch. I'll watch it this week until next week's episode. If you actually watch something that I like.
Okay, what do you want to watch?
Good question.
You guys say this
What?
like
Now you haven't seen a single episode.
Okay.
5 reasons why you don't like the show.
You've never seen the original episode?
No. It just seems okay. All right. I like supernatural stuff. Not the idea of supernatural, not the show. I like witches, I like magic. But my problem with this crap is that there's no rules, or it's just like
The
okay, let's say
entire thing is built on
let's
rules.
say there's a submarine at the bottom of the ocean. We have to go rescue him. Rescue the people in the submarine. We can't just swim down because we can't hold our breath. Okay, well we'll take a submersible vehicle. Well, we gotta take a specific kind because we have to be able to handle the pressure. These fucking witches shows are just like, yeah, he's there. Like there's no fucking. They just make shit up to like.
Do they ever do that?
There's one episode where they travel in time, and that's because angels have that ability. But they don't pull that out of their ass. They've replicated it before.
There's always a magic spell. There's always an ancient
They don't
curse. There's
magic,
always
they
an
just-
ancient
they
ruin.
just
It's like for
straight
fuck's
ass.
sake, man. There's no.
Yeah.
There's never any conflict. There's like there's an ancient ruin that will protect. It's like I like Constantine. Batman is my favorite character. John Constantine's probably literally right below him, if not tied to Batman. Okay. I've read almost all of the. I haven't read any New 52 shit because they turned him into more of like a spellcaster rather than a con man. But I love Hellblazer run.
But Batman's just that.
I'm not talking about that. So anyway, I bought the new movie City of Demons. Okay, and the one thing I hated about it is they took out the con. He did some cons in it, but it's just like he had a magic answer for everything. That's not what Constantine is. He's a con man. And in the comic book, he doesn't have an answer for everything. He's conning his way through it, and he doesn't use magic unless he absolutely has to.
Because magic has a price.
And it's just like in these witches in Harry Potter and all this shit. I'm just like, there's never any, they're just like, oh yeah, what about this guy? What about that?
There's very little of that in
It feels like that can be with anything. Like it's not like in Harry Potter they're like, yeah, go back in time and pull them off the face.
I don't know. Anyway, I told you I'd watch the episode. I'll make it easy. It'll be something on Netflix. It won't.
Watch the first episode of the first season. Now, Tyler, I can't remember which episode it is, but I can tell you exactly which episode it is. It's in the first season, and Sam and Dean show up, and there is like an art gallery auction.
Oh,
And
and
there's
Providence.
Providence, but
Yep.
it goes, and at the very end,
Yep.
he's like, "Come on, Dean!" and he
Yep.
shoots the. Okay,
Yeah.
watch that episode. That's my
That one-
favorite of the first season.
That one is good. The one with the lake, everyone's drowning.
Yes, that one's good too.
The first
That was real
season
good.
1 through 5 has the best writing.
Absolutely.
Like Daniel said, it was meant to be a 5-season show, and that was when it was at its absolute best.
That is absolute truth. I mean, you have to, like, if you're going to watch another show, watch seasons 1 through 5, call it a day, and end on that closing point they gave you at the end of season 5. If you get hooked, you keep watching.
I'm not gonna go. Okay.
Right.
I will watch.
All right, hipster.
I will
You're
watch.
telling us that you don't like it before you even know
Yeah.
anything about it.
I will watch as many episodes as I can within a week. 7 days.
Make sure
of-
you watch Providence.
That's on
And you-
episode 9.
Okay. All right. You guys have to watch at least. Because I know you're only going to watch half. You have to watch at least one episode of Longmire since it's on Netflix.
Okay.
Alright.
One episode long.
Well, I mean, watch more, but you minimum. You can't watch a half.
Okay, alright. Then you have to actually watch Supernatural. Don't having it on in the background while you're working out or jerking off. You have to sit down and watch it.
Kind of. All right. I kind of lay down.
Unless you want to, then you can jerk off.
No, because I feel like it's like a loud jerker off, or
Okay.
I wouldn't be able to do it.
All right. Okay. So that's the deal, right? So whatever our topic is next week, we have to come back and do a summary.
Fuck, no. Damn it, stupid game law.
Hey, they're listening to the show.
Yeah, right.
All right, we're going way over time. I try to keep it on topic. Okay,
That's all right,
so that's what we're gonna do. I'll watch Supernatural. You gotta watch at least one episode long.
I'll watch Longmire.
Alright.
What's Longmire about? I don't even know anything about that.
It's a Montana sheriff in a small town.
So what? This is just some redneck cop drama?
No. He's not a redneck. He's well. Just watch it. I
Well
won't-
endowed. I think that's
That's exactly what it
No.
There's
He's
a
well,
reason his pants has 3 legs.
no. He's well educated. He's well spoken. He's well read. He's not like your typical Just watch it, okay?
All right. Any particular episode I should watch, or just start with the first
Start
one?
with the first
Oh,
one. Yeah.
fuck. I should mention.
Which one? Providence is?
Yeah, you've got to watch Dead in the Water, which is 3,
The Dead in the Water is really good.
Asylum.
Just Facebook message me those episodes. All right, go ahead. Give her the
All right.
close.
Defenders.
Just Facebook message me the episode you want me to watch.
Supernatural episode, not next week.
Yeah. So anyway, Damage Control Podcasting is being recorded at Underdark Comics and Games in Quincy, Illinois. Check us out on Facebook at Facebook/Underdark Comics, or check out our website at underdarkquincy.com. Shoot us a message, stop in and say hi.
You can find
What's
him.
your favorite villain from Supernatural? If you had to pick one.
I think
the devil.
I think it's got to be Crawley as
Yeah.
like a reoccurring villain.
Yeah.
My favorite change to the mythos is what they do to the vampires.
Yeah.
The vampire changes are. I didn't like them at the very first when they started talking about them. Like, oh, those aren't vampires. And then, like, the more they started interacting with them, I loved the vampires.
Are you just improving to get?
No, that's 100% true.
Okay.
That's a legit answer to Tyler's question.
Okay,
My
so
wife fucked with that. Some cold from other things.
Oh, really?
Okay.
That's awesome.
Okay.
I thought real close about, and I don't have any tattoos, but if I was going to get a tattoo, one of them is going to be the anti-possession tattoo
Yeah.
that they wear.
Yeah. Oh, do you want to close that?
yeah, I do. Yeah, I was trying to keep on time. Okay,
When did that ever happen?
instead of our
This never
epic
happened.
2-hour-long thing, I was trying to keep on time.
My wife's
So-
already mad at me.
So, Damage Control
Oh, it's
Podcasting,
Sunday.
you can find on across all social medias, on the Twitter, at Damn Control. Daniel does a good job doing that.
I need to get back at it.
Reddit,
Damn control
Did you ever post
podcast.
that?
Cody's still
the
working
movie
on it.
thing?
No, not yet. That's coming.
I need to work.
I
I'm
got
working on
this.
getting a computer.
Okay. All right. Also, you can find us at Facebook, YouTube, SoundCloud, iTunes, Damage Control Podcasting, and you can contact us at damagecontrolpodcasting@gmail.com. Also, stay tuned for episode 50. 4 more episodes. We're rebooting the Damage Control Podcast universe. I got a special. We're going to do something special.
Wouldn't it make sense to do it on 52?
Does that mean my adamantium claws are
pretty
going to
good.
heat up?
No, it means you're getting adamantium wiener.
Are we going to rewrite the
Maybe.
narrator?
Oh, you
Make
Welcome
him less
to-
of a hipster?
Stop having Eeyore read it. Welcome to Damage
Dude, I
Control
don't sound that.
Podcast.
I don't sound that. You guys.
I'm gonna jump out the window.
Okay.
It only sounds that way when we talk about good shit like Supernatural.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna put Cody on the spot. Do a closing tagline for tonight's episode. It was about cars, iconic movie vehicles. You got 3 seconds. 3, 2, 1, go.
Gone in 6 minutes and 20 seconds.
Do you know that the red cars